Good morning, guys, and welcome to your market report for Tuesday, the 24th of April, 2018. And we're going to get started. We're going to get started right now and start the charts right here. Okay, so the first thing we're going to look at is the silver price, because there's been a lot of movement in the silver price lately, up and down movement. Now, I'll tell you what up and down movement does in the silver market. It makes silver actually move off the shelves. It starts to move quicker when you get a lot of quick up and down movement. It creates a lot of interest in the silver market, and people actually start buying more than they have bought before. Down price lately in the silver market tends to make people want to sell, and up movements in the silver market, when the price is going up, it makes them want to buy. People get frightened and want to sell. It knocks them out of their positions if it drops too low. So the cheaper silver gets, the initial reaction as it's going down cheaper makes them tend to want to sell it and get out of silver and not be in silver. But if it goes down too cheap, then massive amounts of buy orders come in. The thing about it is too cheap. At what point is too cheap? Right now, I think too cheap would be anything under, say, $15. Starts to move down to the 14s, that would be too cheap, and it would start to really move, sell again. But as it starts to go down toward that price, starts to go down to the 16s, heads towards 15s, people actually start selling. I think it's just absolutely silly to actually finally start giving up and actually start selling your silver at these ridiculously low prices. You should be buying. To tell you the truth. But people, they don't want stuff when it's cheap. They want stuff when it's expensive. So when silver hits up to double this price, then they'll want to start buying, really start buying, big time, when silver's double this price. Now, silver's cheap right now, they don't want it. They don't want to buy it when it's cheap like this. Why I'm saying this is because it's so ironic. Anyway, let's move on to Bitcoin. And Bitcoin it took a tumble a few minutes ago. A little tumble. 9,400 down to, went down to 9,190, I guess. 9,187, I guess, was at its lowest there. It took a little tiny tumble, but now it's bouncing back a little bit. But anyway, 92.88 right now at this point in time. Let's take a look at cryptocurrency market capitalizations. 421 billion. Starting to get up there again, you know, with the market capitalizations. What I notice is Bitcoin dominance is under 40%. 37.4%. I keep my eye on that quite a bit, the Bitcoin dominance. Some of these coins are getting stronger, where Bitcoin, look at Litecoin, 160. It's really nice and strong this morning. Everything's in the green as far as I see. All the top coins here are in the green. IOTA's not that much in the green. It's only 0.36% in the green. $2.14 for IOTA. EOS is doing real good. It's up 14%. Bitcoin Cash is only up 2% right now at $1,447. I think Bitcoin Cash is a rather a good coin. Ethereum 694. I'll tell you the truth. I think Bitcoin Cash is a bit better buy than Ethereum myself. That's my opinion on it. I think Bitcoin Cash is going to come up worse, a number 2 coin. That's what I think. That's just my opinion on it. I think Litecoin's probably going to be number 3. So these 2 coins are going to move up, I think. We might have Ethereum moving down to like number 4 or 5 or 6 position, something like that. That's what I think it's going to stack up to in a little while. But I mean, I could be wrong about that. Okay, so Dow Jones Industrial Average. It's up 43 points on the day. I don't think it's nearing the 25. It's made this little peak right here up. 24,786. It made this little peak right here. I expected that peak to be 25,000. So I was a little bit short on that peak right there. I expected that to be 25,000. That's what I was expecting. So it's just a little bit short. But now she's coming back down again. Now today it's just this little titter up again. I think today is an up day. It might not end up. It might end down today. I'm expecting it to go down probably to 23,000 pretty soon, the market, and then bounce again. It's making stair steps down, you know. But then I'm expecting when it gets up to 3.25%, we're going to have a crash on the U.S. 10-year. So let's take a look at the U.S. 10-year and see what it's doing right now. It was 2.99 a few minutes ago. It's backed away a little bit. U.S. 10-year is almost 3% for a little while. It's trying out. It's getting close to 3%. On the U.S. 10-year right here, it was almost 3% a few minutes ago. It was 2.99 something. And it's backed off a little bit to 2.986. But we're almost up to that 3%, you know. Let's go back to the one-day chart and we'll see what's going on here. Okay, see, it was up to, I think it did crest 3%. Yeah, I think it did. Right here. Yeah, it's over 3%. Just barely, and now it's backed away. And that why it's backed away is it hit that 3%, and this is quite common with markets to go up to hit a level that is like it's a brain level. The 3% is like a, that's why it's backed down. It's a people put their orders in and stuff at that particular level, and it's more of a mental thing. It's like Bitcoin. When Bitcoin hits 20,000 again, that'll be a mental thing, and Bitcoin will probably touch 20,000 and back away. That's what markets tend to typically do, and 3% was a big mental barrier with this, and so it's not so much a mental barrier as people put their orders in and stuff at a certain level, you know, and when it goes up and touches that level, then bang, it puts in all those orders come off, and it rolls it back down away from that level again for a little while. It tears a big chunk though in the amount of orders that were there at that particular level, and then when that chunk has been weakened, then when it comes back again the second time, all those orders aren't there to knock it back down again the second time, and so then it busts through. And so that's what it did. It went up and touched there. It touched 3%. And now it's back down away again, and it'll challenge 3% again, I would say, but probably in the next week it'll challenge 3%. Next time it'll bust through it. It'll bust through to maybe 3.05 or whatever, you know, and keep right on going up. But it challenged it the first time. It's challenged 3%. It hit 3% a few minutes ago, and it's backed away only because of probably all those orders that they had in right on the 3% mark. So that's why it's went back down again now. But it'll come back. You watch. It'll come back to 3%. Next time at 3%, it won't stop. It'll bust through it. It might do it today or soon, within the next little while. I expect it to bust through that 3%. So now let's take a look at the dollar. 90.86. 90.86. She's up, and she's getting up near 1%. But today it's been dipsy doodling along, not really going much of anywhere. Up and down. It's a little bit volatile today. Look at it. Up and down, but not really going much of anywhere. Staying in around 9.75%, you know, in around that area. Anyway, let's cover oil. Where's oil? Here's oil. Okay. $68.79. Now, let's see if we can get a 5-day chart here. See what it's doing. It's moving upwards over the 5-day period. Over 1 month will give us a better idea. You can see the upward trend over 1 month. I don't think they'll give, yeah, they give me 3 months there. It's upward trend over 3 months even. It's a steady upward trend. 6 months? No, they won't give me 6 months. 3 months is pretty good. We can see the upward trend over a 3-month period. And it's getting up near 70 bucks on the Sweet Light crude even. I don't see Sweet Light crude going too much above 70 because they're going to increase production. Unless some sort of a war starts over there in the Middle East or something like that, and then we could see massive prices in oil. You'll wish you didn't have that big pickup truck anymore. You'll wish you had a little four-cylinder car at that point, you know. So, listen, this has been your market report for today, and thank you guys for tuning in. Don't expect the stock market to really go up too much tomorrow. I'm expecting kind of a down day tomorrow because of the bond market. It's getting up near 3%, and this is going to put pressure on the stock market to keep the stock market from going too far up. There's an awful lot of guys out there expecting some sort of a big rally in the stock market. I'm not expecting any big rally. I'm expecting the bond market to continue to go up and put more and more pressure on the stock market until the stock market actually rolls over it when the bond market gets up around 3.25%. So thank you guys for listening. We'll catch you in the next market report. Bye.